Hi friends, welcome to Green Coach. This is Varshita Subbarao along with Banu welcomes you to Green Coach. Green Coach is an online tutorial for various horticulture subjects. Today we are dealing with field crops and today we are dealing with the commercial cultivation of rice part 2. We had previously uploaded the commercial cultivation of rice part 1. We are so sorry that we are giving you this second video very lately because we tried very hard for compressing this commercial cultivation of rice in this video. Keep supporting us. And let's get into our topic, soils. For commercial cultivation of rice, good amount of clay and organic matter is required. Rice is semi-aquatic plant. If it is grown in Kharif season, it is called as. In Rabi season, it is called agani. In summer crop, it is called boro. Growth stages of rice. There are various growth stages of rice. There are 5 stages. There are seedling stage, active vegetative stage, vegetative lag stage, reproductive stage, and ripening stage. Seedling stage is from sowing to transplantation. Active vegetative stage is from transplantation to tillering. And vegetative lag stage is from tillering to panicle initiation. Reproductive stage is from panicle to flower forming. And ripening stage is from panicle to harvesting. Panicle formation to harvesting. Let's discuss about each and every stage in detail. In seedling stage, rice plant becomes autotroph. Active vegetative stage comes after 9 days of shock period recovery. Hence this is called recovery stage also. In this, rooting stage also occurs. Here the roots penetrate into the soil. Tillering also occurs. In this period, initiation of tillers takes place. Vegetative lag stage. In this stage, the vegetative phase is stagnant, very slow. Hence the name itself indicates vegetative lag stage, means the growth is very slow, only vegetative growth. Here the plant transforms itself from the vegetative stage to reproductive stage. And here panicle primordial initiation takes place. In reproductive stage, we have 3 substages. They are booting, heading and flowering. In booting, flag leaf sheath forms. In heading, panicle comes out. In flowering stage, the name itself indicates flowering takes place. And ripening. Ripening stage is also having 3 substages. They are milk stage, dove stage, harvest stage. Milk grain stage means if we take the grain into hand and press it, it will give milk. In dove stage, if we press the grain, we can feel the presence of dove. In harvest stage, the grain becomes very harder and it is ready to consume and harvest. Rice is of 2 types, upland rice and lowland rice. Upland rice is also called rain-fed rice, whereas lowland rice is called as irrigated rice or flooded rice. Upland rice, as it is grown in rain-fed conditions, it is called dry rice. Lowland rice is also called as wet rice. And SRA rice and aerobic rice also occurs. Let's see the differences between lowland rice and upland rice. Lowland rice and upland rice. Lowland rice is bunded, undrained conditions it is grown in, undrained conditions. Upland rice is grown in naturally level surface and dry soils. Lowland rice is irrigated, whereas upland rice is rain-fed. Lowland rice is in submerged conditions, whereas upland rice there is no submerged conditions. In lowland rice, due to submersions, reduced root zone can be seen, whereas in upland rice, oxidized root zone can be seen. Direct transplantation takes place in lowland rice, whereas upland rice direct seeds are sown. Shallow root system is seen in lowland rice and vigorous root system is seen in upland rice. High tillering, low tillering. Short and thin leaves, long and thick leaves. In upland rice, pest and disease incidence is more, whereas in lowland rice, low pest and disease incidence. In lowland rice, there are no weed problems, whereas in upland rice, there are high weed problems. High inputs and low inputs are required for lowland and upland rice respectively. High cost, low cost, high yield, low yield, short duration and less water stress is seen in upland rice. Land preparation. For lowland rice, we should follow puddling. Puddling is the process where churning up of soil takes place under the presence of water by plough or case wheel. And advantages. It forms an impermeable layer which reduces the percolation losses. It destroys and controls lead effectively. The advantages of puddling: prevent leaching up of nutrients, maintain water column, soft seedbed can be obtained. Seasons: rice can be grown in 3 seasons: Kharif, which is from June to November, Rabi, which is from November to March, and Summer, which is from March to July. These seasons can be called in their local language with many names. In coastal region of Andhra Pradesh, they are called as Sarva, Dalva, Summer respectively. In Telangana, they are known as Abi, Tabi, Katera. In the Rayalaseema of AP, they are called as Vanakaru, Endakaru and Summer. Spacing. For Kharif crop, for mid-duration crop, medium duration crop, 2 into 1.5 centimeter spacing is done. For Kharif crop, which is short duration crop, 1.5 into 1 centimeter spacing is done. For Rabi crop, mid-season crop, 2 into 1 centimeter spacing is done. For Rabi short duration crop, 1.5 into 1 centimeter spacing is done. Direct seeding. Sprouted seedlings are broadcast in the field and they gives early maturity within 7 to 10 days. High water, high weed, high lodging are the major disadvantages in direct seeding. Whereas transplantation, we can obtain uniform plant population, better filling. Rice, according to water, they are classified as 4 types. They are upland rice, lowland rice, deep water rice and floating rice. For upland rice, no water is required. For upland rice, no water is required. For lowland rice, 5 to 50 centimeters water is required. For deep water rice, 51 to 100 centimeters of water is required. For floating rice, 101 to 600 meters water is required. And management of overage seedlings. If the transplantation is late, we will get to overage seedlings. For overage seedlings, will give more amount of nitrogen. Closest percentage is 1.5 into 1 centimeter is done. Root dipping in phosphorus slurry is made. And nutrients, FYM 10 to 15 tons per hectare is done before puddling. And green manures like sunham, sesbania, diancha, indigo and wild indigo can be used. And biofertilizers like azolla, blue-green algae and green leaf manures like pongamia, neem and calotropis can be used. Irrigation. Irrigation is mostly given in the critical stages. At transplantation, 2 centimeters of water is given. At tillering, 2 centimeters of water is given. At flowering, 5 centimeters of water is given. Let's see the critical stages. Critical stages are the stages where any stress in terms of nutrients or water or weeds which is specific, in that stage we can get the more yield loss if the plant is deprived of that particular need. Here we are talking about irrigation. Let's see the critical stages of irrigation. There are seedling stage, tillering stage, panicle initiation to flowering stage, milk and dove stages of grain formation. And that's all for now, friends. Let's recall what we had studied today. In Green Coach tutorials, today we'll learn the soil requirement, the growth stages, an explanation about each and every stage, types of rices, differences between lowland and upland rice, puddling, its advantages, seasons of rice cultivation, the names of seasons in different states, spacing, direct seeding and transplantation methods, advantages, management of forage seedlings, critical stages, and manures. That's what we learned in today's class. Thanks for subscribing Green Coach. Please share and like our videos and please follow our Facebook page. Don't forget to follow our Facebook page, Green Coach. Thank you. Keep supporting us.